Hello everyone, my name is Chitranjan Upadhyay and I'm back with another interesting machine learning project. In this project, we are going to build a movie recommendation system. So let's jump to my screen and start something to build. So again, as always, my motto is to create this project using not a lot of jargon. I am trying to do very less coding, or you can say the effective coding with which every one of you can understand what is happening here. So let's start. So I have a data set. I would load the necessary libraries over here. NumPy as NP. Now let me take the data set. Let me name it as movies. Let's see what is it. Okay, let's just try to pre-process our data. Try to see our data. What is it? Try to better know our data. Okay, and what are the necessary columns I need to require for this project? That is also we need to focus here. ID, title, genre. So my point would be to do this project with the similarity score. What does that mean? I'm going to try to find which movies are similar to the movies which is mentioned over there. Say for example, there is one movie, The Godfather. So what are the other movies which can be similar in content like Godfather? So the one who person who likes Godfather may be more likely to be like those movies, those suggested movies. So this is going to be the logic of my project this time. Of whatsoever I'm going to do, my code, my project, this is going to be the logic. So let's go likewise. Right. So let me take the necessary columns here. See the what are the columns. Okay. So I'm going to take only few columns here and make my new data set. Say for example, movies df, or in fact, let me create another data column tags. Now what is tags? Movies, genre. You can see that genre, and I'm going to combine plus movies overview. Okay, which is having sort of summary of the movie, things about the movie. So there I would get the necessary text or the keywords which I'm going to use in my function, in my algorithm. Okay, so let's go likewise. Movies.head. Let me see. So it's been created or not? Yes. So here I have created this column tags, and you can see that the tags is having the combination of genre as well as the summary overview. Okay, so yeah, now let me create a new data set, and which is going to have a sort of necessary columns which I feel would be required. I'm not going to take all the columns, and so title I'm going to use, genre I'm going to use, and overview and tags. Okay, let's go with this. Title, I would say also id, title, genre, overview, and tags, right? So okay, now I don't need like genre and overview columns anymore. So I would drop them. So new df dot drop columns to what are the columns? Genre and overview. Let me see my new data set. So yeah, this is all my data set is all about. And now what would be my focus? According to this tag, I would try to find the similarity between various movies and how that would be possible. So if you remember the last video, I'm going to create a vector and convert this text into numbers, in fact a vector of numbers based and each words would be given some weightage, right? So for that I would go to the feature extraction. So let's go to that part, and I would use something different this time, very easy, and it would make sense to all. Okay, now the next part is I am going to use this tags column and first convert into a vector, which is having numbers, vectors of numbers, and those numbers being assigned, according to the weightage. Those numbers would signify the weightage and equivalent to the how many times a word is coming. So every word would get a number. Okay, so let me create a vector, and for that I would use again sklearn feature extraction dot text module, and from that I would this time use a class Count Vectorizer to create those vectors. So let's go to that module from sklearn feature extraction dot text import Count Vectorizer. Yes, great. Now I'm going to create an instance of that class Count Vectorizer, and most important thing, there I'm going to define some parameters. So maximum features, so I'm going to take maximum 10,000 words, and very important, stop words. So stop words as in like is, I am, the, so which are not very contextually important. So contextually important are like the keywords in a text, like the genre, emotions, like uh, tragedy, comedy. These are important, right? Is the, these words or punctuation you can avoid for that matter. So for that I'm just defining that stop word in English. Just take care of them. So object is being created, initialize, yes. And now I'm going to you know uh, make this object learn the vocabulary of tags. That is, I'm going to fit my data over that with that object. Okay, and let me just start. Let me create the vector cv dot fit transform. What was the name of the my data frame? New df. Yes, so new df, I just need to take new df uh, tags, yes, dot values dot, now need to convert it into array. So I believe the code is correct. Okay, let's see. Great, an array is being created, what I just want, and you can see that array of the numbers corresponding to those all words. So I'm able to do that. Now I can see the shape as well. Great. Now the next part is I am trying to create similarity between those words, right? And similarity between the movies, which can be found by the similarities between some words or something, by these vectors. By finding the similarity between the vectors, I would be able to find the similarities between the movies, because these vectors represent a movie row. And for that I would use cosine similarity class. So let's go to that part. Let's jump to my screen. Okay, so for that I'm going to use the module from sklearn dot matrices dot pairwise import cosine similarity. Cosine similarity. So sim is equal to, now I'm going to create an instance for that, for this class cosine similarity. And I believe it's okay. Just a minute. All right, it was missing an argument. I have to give the vector. Let's wait. Okay, so now it's being instantiated. Now let's see what is our object sim. Yeah, now you can see that this array is consisting of very numbers. Now what does that numbers represent? So say for example, for one is any movie in the first row, like for example it may be Shawshank Redemption. So the numbers which are bigger, closer to one, so this represent they are more similar to that movie, that row movie, right? So for example the second row represent Dil Wale Dulhania Le Jayenge. So any number closer to that, closer to one, would represent this is more similar to that movie, and the person would like that movie as well, right? The romantic movie and all. So let me go likewise. So after getting this similarity matrix, which is having this similarity score, let me show you how I am going to sort movies on the basis of that. Okay, so new tf. So let me take one movie. Say for example here I'm going to take any movie, and then I'm going to sort this similarity matrix based on this, you know then I'm going to get those movies which is having closure similarity score to 1, as per compared with Szechuan Redemption, any movie. So I'm going to take this movie, Szechuan Redemption. I believe you might have seen this movie of hope. Yeah, so I have chosen it only. Let me see what is the index of that movie. Yeah, 0, first row. Now let me create a variable dist and see how I'm going to attack this situation. Okay, similarity score. So I'm going to take 0th index for this, and okay. So let me sort the data. Sorted. Let me create a list using enumerate. It would create, this function would create a tuple of how I want a tuple of movie and the similarity score. Yes. So I'm going to do this with for Shawshank. The index is 0. Okay, I believe it's correct. So it would become a list of tuple, and done. What is this? Reverse equal to true to make it descending order, and then key how I'm going to sort this based on the similarity score. So similarity score would be like whatsoever would be the input, the first thing. So oh, sorry, key equal to, I believe things are okay now. Yes. So dist, right? You can see this. How I want to show you. So on the basis of that, on the basis of every movie, that is the ID of the movie, I have the similarity score with respect to the Shashwang Redemption. Okay, I have sorted it as well in the descending order. Okay, and if you want the top 5 movies with the title, so that I can do easily for I in list. That is a list actually. Okay, what is my data frame name? New df, right? Just let me use I lock to lock this. Everything is fine. I believe it's fine. Title. Let me see. Right. Okay, great. So see, now you can see the movie which are closer to Shashwang Redemption based on the keywords and all are these. So I just need to, create a function which would recommend the guy who likes Shashwang Redemption or who have watched Shashwang Redemption this movie. So I just, with this project, I just want to give you a brief idea how you should think. What is the logic of this entire, project or this problem or the situation. Wheresoever we would discuss how to create an end-to-end project as well, I can create a website for that as well. Okay, so that is not a big deal, but just with this project, just go with the logic. Okay, right. Okay, so let me give this function a name which would help me to, you know predict the movies a person would like, recommend. Okay, so say for example any movies the user input into it, or the person who is running the algorithm is going to match that. So new. Okay, let me do one thing. So where title matches the movie, it would take the index 0 of that. Okay, great, makes sense. This would be the index, and it's correct. Yes. Now I'm going to do the same thing which I did in the previous slides. I'm just automating this thing, distance and all. Okay, I would, at that point I knew that Sheshwang redemption index is 0. In this function, I asked the other person to give the movie, thereby I would find the index, and the rest same is almost same. Okay, so distance, say for example, equal to sorted list, and I can copy that. Okay, instead of enumerate and all, instead of doing that, let me just copy it and thereby change something. Index, rest things are okay. Yeah, 0 to 5. Great. So function is being created like the previous one, and let me just put some, let me put just a movie to it. Say for example Iron Man. Uh, Great. So you can see that now my model is able to give me some suggestion based on the Iron Man. So if I watch the Iron Man, so it is able to give me suggestion based on different movies. So here in this project, we have seen how if I pass to my predictive model as Iron Man, it is able to predict which other movies I am going to like. Okay, so using those concept of cosine similarity and count vectorizer, I'm easily able to create this recommendation model. So this is all in this project, and let me know in the comment box if you want a more end-to-end project. We will create a website based on that. Afterwards we will deploy this model and would create more complex systems out of it. Okay, thank you, bye bye.